Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be covering Harmony One. It's been a little while since we've spoken about this project. It was in one of our top altcoins. We are going to be covering it in this video. I hope some of you also accumulated Harmony One at under $1 billion in terms of market cap. It was on 960 billion at one point, 60 million at one point. Sorry, we wish it was at 960 billion. But essentially, guys, I think this project, and I'm going to say it right at the start of the video, and we're going to get into why it is later on in the video, I think this project is going to be an easy 10x return. So an easy 10x ROI. This is not financial advice. Let me make that very, very clear from the start, guys. This is just my opinion, and I'm here to share it with you. And I'm going to put my arguments across to you in this video. So what we're going to do, I'm going to quickly outline the video. We're going to take a look at Harmony One and what it actually is. We're going to take a look at the founding team. They have a very, very impressive founding team. And one thing you want to do when you're looking for projects in the crypto space to invest in, you want to look at the team, you want to look at the fundamentals, you want to look at the goals of the project, and you want to look at what actual, certainly you want to look at the white paper, and you want to look at a number of other things. But you want to make sure the product actually has decent fundamentals. And this is one of those projects that I believe absolutely does. And it is very impressive. They're one of the only projects that openly compares themselves to not only Ethereum Layer 2, Cosmos, and Polkadot. And they actually stand, they're in very good standing in comparison with them. So we're going to take a look at what the project is for the people who are new to this project. We're going to take a look at the charts. I'm going to be showing you the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour charts, and we're going to be telling you what they reveal. We're, of course, going to look at Bitcoin, the big boy, the magnet, or the tide that rises and sinks all the ships, ships being altcoins. Essentially, everything is still tied to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the mover of value in this market, and essentially, if Bitcoin has a bad day, the rest of the market will typically do so. But I think there is going to be some, more consolidation for Bitcoin before we see a real significant move to the upside, and this bull market continues. We are absolutely in a bull market, guys. I will show you exactly why that is on a technical level in a second. But let's take a look at Harmony One. And one thing I always do in charts is I bring up this 20 EMA. The reason that I bring this up, guys, is because it is a very good indicator in what kind of a direction you can actually trade rather successfully EMAs, or the right EMAs, not all of them. Some of them just don't do that on a number of time scales. But essentially what this is showing us, guys, and there's lots of people pointing out there's an Elliott wave theory here for not only this, but the entire market. You can see that this is quite a simple Elliott wave theory to map out. You've essentially made your one wave. Elliott wave theory works in 3 waves with a series of corrections. You've made your second wave. Now you're pulling back from that. And once we finish this pullback, essentially, guys, it's to the moon. It's to the races, guys. And you could see, like I say, a $1 plus Harmony One incoming. Now, one thing that I'm I like the look of is the fact that we are actually coming and we got very close to this EMA. It acts as a springboard. We can see that it did that last time we got close to it. And in my opinion, it's going to do the same thing this time. And we could potentially be seeing an upside move coming that is going to be rather explosive. And I have loaded up on this project. This is one of the projects that even at this stage of the bull market, I'm still absolutely heavily accumulated because I think it is going to do a lot, guys. Remember, this is real first bull cycle. Let's take a look at the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly. Then let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. And then let's wrap it up with why I am actually, I have high hopes for this project, not just in this bull market, but into the future. So on the daily time frame, guys, you can see that we are battling. This isn't really any kind of a confirmation of where we are going. I like to see this big green candle. This could be a continuation to the upside candle. And if we can stay above this EMA, I would suggest that it will essentially act as an elevator as it has done previously, guys. Don't worry if you're not very technical. I am going to go into, I think the EMA potentially could do something like that. And essentially what the price would do is, what it has done prior. It will act in that kind of a fashion. They're not the best draws in the world, guys, but I'm just doing this very quickly, trying to fly through this project for you so that you guys don't fall asleep by the end of it. So the daily, I like the look of it. I don't really trade. This is a coin that you could trade, I reckon, quite easily, but I don't reckon that anybody that's new to this space even tries to trade it. Just buy and hold, guys, because you're going to make a 10x, in my opinion, by the end of the year. Remember, that is my opinion. None of this is advice. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly, and you can see this is a little bit more confirming in my opinion. And I'm liking what I am seeing. You can see how it has acted as... this essentially has acted as resistance for a long time now. Could we be starting to see a similar thing to what we saw on the daily, where it's now going to act as an elevator and is going to take us to new all-time highs? I think it absolutely could, guys. Talking about new all-time highs, let's take a look at the daily again. And, guys, a couple of things. If we go up to this all-time high of around about 20 cents... we need to go through it significantly, because if we just come up to it and we loll about at it, the chances are we're going to come back down. We need to kind of go through this. I would like to see that. You can see now on the daily as we're talking in this video, it is, like I said, it's not really a confirming thing, this, because it can come back down. These wicks are just wicks. That's all they are, essentially. You need the candle to close to kind of get a decent direction. So we could actually come down below this EMA. But ultimately, guys, if we go back to the weekly and we talk about that kind of theory that, things move in sort of three waves and they have pullbacks, you are going to see that third sort of wave. And let's talk about Bitcoin, because of course we all know that Bitcoin is the driver of value in this space. You can see that Bitcoin does a similar thing with its EMA. Why is the 20 EMA so important? Well, it is a very good indicator of when we were in bull markets and when we were in bear markets. You can see now we are in a bull market. How do we know that? Well, let's look at 2017 and how the EMA played out back then. You can see that it acted as support, and in the bear market it acts as resistance. Bull market support, and then when we enter a bear market, it will act as resistance. So Harmony 1, you can see that we are in a bull market for this coin. And until we sort of sell off through it, or we kind of get weak and start to play around with it before we then sell off through it, you have nothing to worry about in this, in my opinion. Now let's take a look at the market cap again of Harmony 1 and why I think it will actually 10x. Well, it only has a $1.2 billion market cap. A 10x is a $12.6 billion market cap. In the crypto space, if you were here in 2017 when the space was largely more immature, it didn't have the kind of interest that we have now. It didn't have the kind of onboarding platforms that we have now. We certainly didn't have PayPal or Venmo or any of these people. And I can go on and on and on for reasons why we are in a more mature market where there's more money that is actually going to flow into this space. We saw coins that really had nothing going on with them do significantly more than that. This bull market, in my opinion, is going to play out in a very similar fashion to 2017, where it's going to really be the end of the year. And I've highlighted in these squares, for those of you who are interested in pullbacks and why they happen, these are all the times we had a pullback. This bull market, like I say, is going to act, in my opinion, very similar to not only 2017, but 2013. Things don't really heat up until the end of the year, guys, where you have that kind of blow off top. I think a similar thing is going to take place for today. And I think this coin is set up for absolute moon shoot. I hate to use that kind of terminology, but it's really what it is. This coin is going to do exceptionally well, in my opinion. Now, like I say, when you're getting involved in a project, you want to do your due diligence on the actual project. You want to at least read the white paper, even if you don't understand it, or try and ask somebody who perhaps could alleviate on what's going on and what this coin is all about. Essentially, I will somewhat break it down for you. Harmony 1 is an Ethereum competitor. It is not an ERC20 token. They have in some respects used similar protocol that Ethereum has used to actually build their blockchain. But essentially, they are an Ethereum competitor. They are a smart contract blockchain. And they are extremely scalable. That's kind of one thing they had in mind when they went into creating the project. They are very, very scalable. They're trying to be as secure as possible. They have a number of things. Come on their website, type in harmony.one. And you will come to their website. Make sure it's the right website. Don't buy or sell anything on it. Just do your due diligence. But they're an extremely efficient blockchain, essentially. And we can see, certainly at the moment, Ethereum is highlighting just how inefficient it is in many ways, certainly with the high gas fees and the sort of slow network time. You can see that Harmony 1 actually stands very well in comparison with not only Ethereum, Ethereum 2, Cosmos, and Polkadot. They have also a fantastic team. This guy here, Stephen Shi, I hope I'm saying that right. Essentially, he was one of the founders of Google Maps. Dr. Stephen Shi, I believe. He is a very, very impressive individual, and so are the other three founding team. They also have some great ecosystem partners. It's very, very impressive what they've got going on here. And like I say, a 10x for this price is absolutely, a 10x for this project, in my opinion, is absolutely on the cards. And as we are going to see the market sort of continue to move up, once Bitcoin's finished kind of having a temper tantrum, which could have been now, we are going to see more continuation to the upside for the overall market. And a coin like Harmony 1, which is relatively unknown about at the moment, guys, you don't have that many people investing in it. Really a telltale sign of that, certainly at the moment, is it's kind of low volume. It's going to do very well, in my opinion. Certainly if it got the right kind of media coverage behind it, etc., etc. We're seeing that Polygon is doing very well at the moment, Matic, and that is an Ethereum scaling solution. So a coin that is its own blockchain. I mean, Ethereum did exceptionally well back in 2017. I don't think it's going to do as well in terms of ROI as Ethereum did in 2017. However, I think a 10x I think a 10x is easy, essentially, in this coin. And this is absolutely not financial advice. And I do not want, please do not buy or sell anything based on what I'm saying on this video. Do your own due diligence. I'm just here to perhaps point you in the right direction, maybe. It's not my place to say what you do or don't do with your money. Please understand that. Do your own due diligence. And ultimately, if you decide to put your money into something, guys, the rewards or the risk associated with it ends on your shoulders. Nobody's going to accept the excuse that so-and-so told me to put money into it, because you should have the brains to do your own due diligence and not just put your money into something because somebody else said so. That is absolutely important. I don't stress this necessarily enough on this channel. I do always make sure, to tell people that this isn't financial advice, but you need to understand that. And ultimately, the entire crypto space, one of the main things that I tell people to understand is understand where this space is going. Take a look at what blockchain is and why it is actually so revolutionary. The same way that when the internet came around, guys, no one really took it seriously. Blockchain in a lot of ways is the same. Nobody really took it seriously. Certainly when the internet came around, no companies went, hang on a minute, we should maybe, completely alter our business model and get on board with this. But what then happened was the internet kind of took over and companies were forced, they either had to kind of get on board with the internet or they went bankrupt. Simple as that. Blockchain technology is going to be the same thing, certainly in the financial world. And the reason it does that is because it is more sufficient in a lot of cases than the traditional kind of legacy systems that we have in place. So I'm very, very excited. This is a coin, in my opinion, still in its infancy. We're going to see a lot come out of this coin. And I'm excited. I mean, this is a little baby chart, it's a toddler. It's got a long way to go. I'm very excited. I hope you are excited. Like I say, do your own due diligence. On that note, guys, I am going to love and leave you. Let me know what you have thought about this video. Your feedback is absolutely crucial to me, guys. I want to know what you thought about this video, whether you thought it was good, whether you thought it was bad, because at the end of the day, I do these videos for you. If you have enjoyed this content, a like is always appreciated. And subscribe to one of the fastest and realest growing YouTube channels out there, guys, because I'm trying to bring you truthful content on a daily basis. I was here and have been here for around about 4 years. And I've pretty much made every single mistake you possibly could, including blowing up leveraged accounts. You name it, buying scam coins, you name it, guys. And one thing I will touch on, and I don't really like the fact that Harmony One called their token One, because there was a famous scam coin called One, a mystery kind of coin that ended in a bit of a tragic manner. So that's, but I don't think anyone really knows about that. I think me saying it is probably switch people onto that. But let me assure you that I do not think this coin is a scam. That's not what I'm saying here at all. I'm just saying that, there was another famous sort of scam token called One back in the day. So that's all I have for you in this video, guys. Go check out Harmony One website. Go and have a look at the charts. Go and have a look at the team. And go and have a look at what they're trying to do. Take a look at the market cap, and you can kind of size up for yourself where you think this project is going to go. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Have a fantastic day.